Good morning, one and all. How are we today? Show number 31 of show number 31, I should say, of Easy Like Sunday Morning. Matthew Ketchum, what are you doing up so early? Merrick, David, what are you doing up so early? It's like 8 o'clock in the morning out there in Victoria. Anyway, nice to see you all. How are tricks? What's going on? This is the final episode from the friendly confines of my studio here at home in Forest Heights on the east side of Edmonton. Yeah, man, this is the movers show up tomorrow, so this will be it. This is the last game at Yankee Stadium. Yari, it's nice to see you. Mike Baker, nice to see you, buddy. Joe M. Look at all these people tuning in. It's like you knew this was the last show, the last hurrah. However, it's not the last show, but it's the last show from this location. We sold our house and we're making a bit of a move, and so we are going to be sold our house quicker than we thought. So we are going to be in an Airbnb until the end of the school year, at least, until we can figure out what the heck's going on here. But, yeah, that's what's going on in my world. So once we get moved in to our new digs, I'm going to commandeer one of the rooms and sort of turn it into a makeshift studio. But anyway, hope you guys are all doing well here today. We have a new friend, or an old friend, showing up for the first show in over 2 years. It's the old Dove. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. I feel like one of the girls from the Price is Right showing off the item that's for sale. This is my old Dove. Bought it in May of 1999 at Mother's Music on 109th Street. Moving to on 109th Street here in Edmonton. We were on a tour break. We were home for a couple days, and I just happened to stop in at Mother's Music to pick up some supplies, harmonicas, strings, 9-volt batteries, stuff like that. And I was sort of looking around, and wouldn't you know it, there was this beautiful Gibson Dove sitting there on a stand. It was in 1993. It had been living in a recording studio for its first 6 years, and it was on consignment, and I snapped it up right there on the spot. But yeah, and so this guitar probably has 12, maybe 1,500 shows under its belt, and it's been good company. Been good company to me over the years. Whoops! I just hit the microphone. Let me know if it's distorting. Hit the microphone by mistake there. I mean, everybody hits the microphone by mistake. You don't hit it on purpose, but let me know if it's hissing. Yeah, this is the guitar, man. Wrote a lot of songs on it, and today, every song I play that I wrote the song on this guitar, I will remind you, or I will make it aware. Anyway, hope all's well. Let's get this show on the road. Okay, what on earth will I play? I'd like to thank Doc for getting this guitar up and running for me. Doc works over at Stang Music here on the south side of Edmonton. And if you're going to have a guitar tech, his name needs to be Doc. Justin Dallaire, nice to see you, buddy. Okay, good. That's good. Yeah. I remember a couple of weeks ago I bumped the microphone and the whole thing just started hissing. Like my buddy Justin said, it sounded like I was waiting at a bus stop in the rain or something. But anyway, so this guitar, yeah, it's been in the shop for the last 2 years. I've had it for 21 years now, almost 22 years. And of that time, it's probably spent the better part of 4 years in the shop because I beat the living hell out of it. This is certainly my trigger. Like, yeah, man, this is it. But I broke it. What happened? I was doing my very first. I was doing a little tour of the Netherlands a couple years ago, and flew into Amsterdam. There's a line from a song for you. Flew into Amsterdam, rented a car, drove straight to the gig. Got there mid-afternoon. Loaded in, did sound check, and they were focusing the lights and all this different stuff after my sound check. And I missed a step coming off the back of the stage. I just couldn't see it just because of all the lights and stuff. And down goes Frazier. And I fell on my guitar. And I broke the D tuning peg off of this thing. The binding back here all let go. And it was wide open. You could put your hand in. And so it was one of those things. It's like, I can't. I was having a tough time justifying dropping another $2,000 or $3,000. And a couple of years ago, the neck was broken off twice in the space of a year. Once by my dog, Lucy, knocked it over, and then another time, U.S. Immigration, or Customs and Immigration, snapped it off. I opened up the case, and there was a little note on the inside of my case saying, this guitar was searched by U.S. Customs and Immigration, and the neck was broken off. So that's been fixed twice, and then I just started thinking, had the whole thing refretted, and I started thinking, and then after I fell on it in Amsterdam, or in the Netherlands, I started thinking, do I really need to keep sinking more dough in this? Should I just hang it on the wall or put it in a case and put it out to pasture? And so I brought it over to Doc, and he's like, no. He said, this is your trigger, man. This is kind of, anybody who's seen you play, they're used to seeing you with this dove. He says, let's rebuild it. Kind of like Steve Austin, the world's first bionic man. And so it took the better part of 2 years to get it back just so. Lots of rehydration, all that kind of stuff to make the wood more pliable and able to be, put back together. And I'm glad it's back. So, with that in mind, you came back again on a wayward wind from out Alberta way. I never thought I'd see you again, my old friend. Well, I never will forget how we'd smoke cigarettes out behind the school. I wish I never knew now what I never knew then, my old friend, my old friend. You tell me, where did the years go, my old friend? Like dry tears or melted snow, but it sure is good to see you again, my old friend. Some say we were too young. Well, I guess for some, yeah, we might have been. How were we to know just how it all would end, my old friend, my old friend? So much time has come and gone, my old friend, like scattered leaves upon a lawn. It sure is good to see you again, to see you again, my old friend. The time goes by so fast, you turn around, man, and it's past, and it won't be back again. Using phrases like back in the day and way back when, my old friend, my old friend. As you roll west across the plains, my old friend. Yeah, the rest of us remain here in Kings County till you come home again, my old friend. It sure is good to see you again, my old friend, my old friend, my old friend, my old friend. That's right. It sure is good to see you again, my old friend. Yes, there it is. Yeah, I was never sure I was going to see this guitar again. I mean, I knew I would see it, but I wasn't sure if it was ever going to recover. So once again, hats off to Doc for rebuilding this. Man, he just did an amazing job. All of this work, like this, see that was all chipped off, had all been just flaked away because of years of abuse on my end of too much humidity, a lack of humidity, freezing in the back of a van at 40 below, and then being drug into a club with the case cracked open and hitting the stage 10 minutes later, and the guitar would still be frozen solid, and it was just So I put it through its paces, man, and it's back, baby. So I'm very happy to have it back. It sure is good to see you again. Yeah. I was born by the radio in the cradle of the Crocus Plains, in the shadow of a grain elevator and the rumble of a westbound train. Mama said you could hear them trains when the clouds was low. It's gonna bring a much needed rain or Thanksgiving snow. East of nowhere and west of someplace better. We're all gonna get on out of there come first break in the weather. Now it seems half the town was cap and gown, baby, come the end of June. Some of us left and I guess the rest kept doing what was doing. And the western wind lets you know you're back home again. It doesn't matter where you've been, there's something in the western wind. Well, I've watched floodwaters damn near swallow my neighbor whole. We didn't just stand there, we threw sandbags in the coal. And it seems half the town was cap and gown, baby, come the end of June. Some of us left and I guess the rest kept doing what was doing. And the western wind lets you know you're back home again. It doesn't matter where you've been, something in that western wind. I said, oh. Next month will be 10 years since the old lion passed away, and the lessons that he taught me I carry with me to this day. Now everyone in town came around to say till we meet again, as we lowered him down into the ground in a howling western wind. the western wind lets you know you're back home again. This doesn't matter where you've been, there's something in that western wind. Oh, the western wind lets you know you're back home again. It doesn't matter where you've been, there's something in that western wind. Western Wind. Was this the guitar that had the Bob Dylan sticker? No, that was my the Takamine, the one that I bought back in May of 1991. I had a sticker. And that's the one that has the massive hole right here. That one, that's the guitar that looks more like Willie Nelson's guitar than this one. That guitar has also been at many a show over the years and beat to living hell. That guitar was my main guitar when I was playing the pubs I bought it in 91. I started the pubs in 89, but I bought it in 91. Played it, 4-5 sets a night, 6 nights a week, usually 4 sets a night, 4 45, 50-minute sets a night, 6 nights a week, 50 weeks a year. So, yeah, that guitar was exposed to extreme amount of extreme demands in a short amount of time, and but it's held up. But I wore a big hole through that one about that big. You've seen pictures of it. It's certainly on my website. It's almost like another sound hole on that guitar, and wore a big hole through it. Put a pickguard on it, but because of the hole, air kept getting back into the back of the pickguard and drying out the glue, and the pickguard kept falling off. So eventually I just said, "Out of hell with this," and threw away the pickguard and just let it be damned. And so, yeah, that's the tack. And the Bob Dylan sticker, "Of Which You Speak," is the lyric from, I think it's from, I don't even remember what song it is. Maybe Positively Sweet Marie, or Absolutely Sweet Marie, I don't remember. But the lyric is, "But to live outside the law, you must be honest." Words to live by, friends, words to live by. Yari, yes, I still have Gretzky's autograph on it. You just can't see it quite as good as you would. Let me see, it should be right there in the light. Almost see it right in there. Still have Gretzky's autograph, yeah, but it has been re-lacquered and recovered big time. I mean, it's still there perfectly, as is Jenny and Ruby's name carved in the bottom here. You can sort of see Jenny, little heart that I drew, Ruby. What I did there is I just took a Sharpie and I wrote Jenny and Ruby and drew the little heart with the arrow through it, and took out my nail clippers and the little file in there, and carved everything out, carved my work into the guitar, making it permanent. And then and when I did that, that was the first time I experienced the guitar becoming extremely dried out, because once I carved into the wood, I exposed the wood. So I carved right through the lacquer, and so all the guitar, the moisture inside the guitar, the wood, it all just evaporated. So I had to rehydrate it and then close off the gaping wounds of the carving with nail polish to seal that up. Gretzky's autograph was the same thing. He signed it with a Sharpie. In fact, I had a bunch of the Oilers sign it, and those they all bit the bullet because it was in Sharpie and it was just strumming and was wearing it away, and I couldn't make out half the autographs anymore. So we had no choice really. I will get them to sign them. If I ever run into Mark Messier again, or Yari Curry, I will, or Craig McTavish, or Kevin Lowe, I will get them to sign the guitar again. But Gretzky survived, but it had started to wear out as well, and so I went in there with a Sharpie before I lost it all. Or I went in there with a nail file and carved Gretzky's signature in there too. And that's the story of my dove. Okay, what are we talking about here? Okay, good morning, Sue. It's nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. This is a song. This is one of the first songs I wrote on this guitar. I wrote this in December of 1999. Telephone rings way too much, but not nearly enough. With you on the other end of the line, she said, you know, you could still call me. Well, lately I've been thinking about everything. Something leaves me stranded in between. Yeah, I'm stranded in between. She's my Marilyn Monroe, and I'm her Joe DiMaggio. Marilyn Monroe and DiMaggio. Never together, but forever linked. We're kinda like birds of a feather, baby. When our spirits start to sink, yeah, we're forever linked. Well, she's my Marilyn Monroe, I'm her Joe DiMaggio. Marilyn Monroe and DiMaggio. She's my Marilyn Monroe, I'm jolting Joe DiMaggio. Marilyn Monroe and DiMaggio. DiMaggio. Thanks, Barb. John has a guitar signed by you. That's better than Gretzky. Well, The jury's going to be out on that one there, Jody. Sorry to tell you. You hear that western wind in my harmonica. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jerry. I got to carry that. Did you lug this guitar to my car, Yari? I appreciate the help, man. I do. Here's another song I wrote on this guitar. Well, I'd like to thank my parents for the shape I'm in. Pardon my condition, my excuse is pretty thin. You see, all I wanted was a car when I turned 16, but my folks bought me a guitar and it'll be the death of me. Well, I could have been a doctor or even an astronaut. Well, hell, I could have been almost anything if I weren't for this dreadnought. But when I got down to it and I learned the chords C, F, and G, I hit the road with my guitar and it'll be the death of me. And it's the best job I've ever had. You spend half your time tuning them and the other half playing out of tune. It's the best job I've ever had. It's the best job I've ever had. Well, guitars make life bearable. There ain't another job in the world comparable. And it's the best job I've ever had. Well, it's gotten me into some tight spots, and it's gotten me out of a few. And if it wasn't for the music, boys, well, I don't know what I'd do. But if you're gonna tell the truth, then you need to have the tools. So get yourselves a guitar and it'll be the death of you. And it's the best job I've ever had. And one night in Kansas City I got broken in a fight, and I glued it back together, and it ain't never been right. But it's still the best job I've ever had. It's the best job I've ever had. Do you want to know why people play guitar all day long and act a fool all for a song? 'Cause it's the best job they ever had, man. It's the best job I've ever had. And I know why Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil way down on Highway 61. 'Cause it's the best job he ever had. Well, when I die and I get to heaven, I'm gonna tell you what, I will have seen and done a lot of things, but there still were things that I had not. But what I did, and I did it the most true, was play this fucking guitar, man. And I played it all for you. Yeah, man. You've heard me tell the story a million times, but I wrote that song with Guy Clark. And, yeah. And, one of the things I always take with travel with all the time is when he said, don't ever treat a guitar like it's magic, because when you do, the magic leaves it. Whew, man, I'll never get over that. Is a dreadnought a guitar? Yes, a dreadnought is like a body shape of a guitar. Martin guitars are dreadnoughts. This is a dreadnought body as well. That's what a dreadnought is, or certainly somewhere thereabouts. But you got the old dreadnought. Yeah, one word, N-A-U-G-H-T, dreadnought. I do believe. I think yes. Now what? Oh, I know what I want to play. My babe loves me with the strength of a freight train. She loves me calm with all the peace of Sunday. I'm in the market for some pride, I can't give away my shame. The reasons for these feelings ain't no tongue could ever explain. She says she loves me like nobody else. I wish she'd introduce me to me, 'cause I swear I don't know myself. Was I born with this restlessness, or just to pick it up along the way? Or was it when I first loved you on that fateful summer's day? And I said, Lord, what have you done? If there ever was a fool in this world, now honey, I'm the one. And I keep falling and calling, crawling deeper inside myself. You say I must walk a mile in aiming shoes, hand in hand to the promised land, but first the valley of blues. We could talk and talk, yeah, but talking won't do no use. Come on now, well, I'll show you how I belong, if there ever was a fool. Say I must walk a mile in aiming shoes, hand in hand to the promised land, but first the valley of blues. We could talk and talk, yeah, but talking won't do no use. Come on now, well, I'll show you how I belong, if there ever was a fool. You deal with the consequences, well, I guess my bed's been made. It's too long now and I can't slow down, and there are debts to be paid. I'm looking over my shoulder, sometimes I wish you were there. It's distorted and slanted, the seed's been planted, is that perfume in the air. And I said, Lord, what have you done? If there ever was a fool in this world, now honey, I'm the one. And I keep falling and calling, crawling deeper inside myself. I keep falling and calling, I'm crawling deeper inside myself. ever was a fool. Everybody doing okay out there in TV land? Good morning from Wetaskiwin. Nice to see you, Heather. Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it. My baby do the mashed potato. My baby, she a cruel tomato. My baby do the twist and shout. My baby lets it all hang out. Well, my baby got a mean left hook. My baby got that come hither look. My baby drives a Cadillac, y'all. My baby, she's a waiting in the back now. She's mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. My baby, she's a house on fire. My baby, she my stone desire. My baby's got that southern charm. My baby, she's a full of alarms. My baby, she could whoop the devil. My baby on a whole nother level. My baby knows where it's at. I said, she's my baby, what you gonna do about that? Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. She's mine, all mine. She's mine, all mine. Wow. My baby says, leave it to me. My baby, call me honeybee. My baby, we's in cahoots. Me and my baby just a knock and pull. Rat-tat and battle-about, baby. My baby, she's a real funky. My baby, she's a juke joint junkie. My baby drives me insane. My baby loves Kurt Cobain. Now, she's mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. She's mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. Da, da, da. Mine, all mine. It seems like we come from a long, long line of fools to believe that love will. But these old blues ain't, well, it's a long, long line. Well, it seems like we come from a long, long line of fools. Long line. It seems like misery loves company. Long line. It's a long, long line. It seems like we come from a long, long line of fools. It seems like we come from a long, long line of fools. It seems like we come from a line of fools. A long line of fools. arcade to get a six-pack for the football game. When I heard somebody say my name, imagine my surprise. We talked about them good old days, talked how time slipped away. Talked till the only thing left to say was what we said with our eyes. And how that summer night when we lost our innocence, we remember to forget. How it broke down in Capitol, spent the night in my Chevrolet. For the first time that old car, I made me thank my lucky stars. We loved until the sun came up, drank a whiskey from a Timmy's cup, and we swore forever and we sealed it with a kiss. It's those little things we remember to forget. She flashed a ring and said, now how about you? I said, girl, I'm married too. It'll be 5 years from this June. We got a baby due in July. That's when she pulled a picture from her purse and said, that's my Jessie, she's my first. I said, yeah, one thing for sure, she's got her mama's eyes. Well, it looks like we each got our own white picket fence, so we remember to forget. How I bought a tiny golden band, asked your daddy for your hand for the first time in my life. I was scared to see you that night. I didn't know what you said to me when I dropped down on one knee. I don't remember what I said. You said, yeah. Well, it's those little things we remember to forget. Well, we said all that we could have said. I saw her eyes in a rearview mirror as she drove away, and all those pretty words that we once said, and all those promises we never kept, we remember to forget. Remember to forget. Remember to forget. We remember to forget. Okay. Everything okay out there? Thank you, Jody. I appreciate it. I was noticing while I'm playing, there's all these little analytics are going on across the bottom of the screen, and so I can sort of see roughly how many people are tuned in at any given time. And all of a sudden, it went from like however many to 2 people. And I thought, oh, maybe I said something completely offensive, and if I did, I'm terribly sorry. But it looked like maybe we lost internet connection. So hopefully neither were the case, and it was just some weird glitch where everything just dropped off. I don't know. So anyway, thank you, Jody. I appreciate you digging that song. I like that song a lot too. It took a long time for that song to see the light of day. It took. Is that what it was? Okay. Wonder why that is. Is it back? Are we back okay now? Pay the cable bill. Shut up, Ken. Huh. Yeah, that's probably it. We probably have every television in the house going right now. Kept freezing, and yes, out of sync for a bit. Not sure why. That hasn't happened. But it's not something that normally happens, is it? Guild made it back. Okay, cool. I'm not sure what's going on. So Jenny and Ruby, turn off all your devices. They probably have every computer going right now, and so we're hogging all the bandwidth. That's what's going on. Hogging all the bandwidth. There you go. That's the catchphrase for 2020 and 2021. Hogging all the bandwidth. Are we back though? Yeah. Yeah, as soon as we started doing these little Sunday morning shows there, whenever that was back in September, I went and I called our internet provider and said, I need the toppermost of poppermost. Hit me with everything, as much bandwidth as we can get. So I'm not sure why that happened. Yeah. So I apologize for that, guys. What kind of shoddy operation is this? With a rock and roll soul, born and raised on a rebel radio, with Waylon and Willie, Bob Dylan and the Rolling Stones, searching for a beat in the heart of the nation, looking for a sound like a sweet salvation. Somehow that sound gonna be her home. With $27.67, she filled up the tank and she ain't been back since. She said, I'm free to do what I wanna. Free, yeah, I think we ought to be free to do what we were born to do. He was just a kid on a graveyard shift. His whole world changed when she rolled in. She said so much without so much as saying a word. Oh, believe me, it hurt. He left that job at 8 a.m. He's been chasing his dreams now ever since then. He said, I'm free to do what I wanna. Free, yeah, I think we ought to be free to do what we were born to do. Yeah. I guess it's been about a half a dozen years, 250,000 miles, and man, I'm back out here. And no matter where I go, you see, I know I'm not alone. 'Cause we're all part of this big old race of chasing dreams, and by God's grace, someday, some way, I pray we'll find our way home. That's right. And we'll be free to do what we want to. Free, yeah, I think we ought to be free to do what we were born to do. Oh, we're all free to do what we want to. Free, yeah, I think we gotta be free to do what we were born to do. Cancel culture, it got to me. Yes, that's exactly. For the last show in the house studio. Yeah, okay. I think we seem to be back now. We seem to have bounced back here, so that's a good thing. Right? Right. Okay. I turned my back to Ohio. Well, I left it fast, but then I came back slow. There was a great big world I needed to know before I came back to Ohio. Landscapes and interstates, and maybe good things come to those who wait. Well, me, I couldn't afford to hesitate. Like a gypsy killing time. Some were born with their highway shoes, while others pay their union dues. And me, I never had much of nothing to lose. So So I left that future behind. I turned my back on Ohio, and I left it fast, but then I came back slow. There was a great big world I needed to know before I came back to Ohio. Now photographs, they're all I have, of friends and lovers and family. Yeah, now all the years that disappeared, and I'm right back where I'm supposed to be. So much has changed since I've been gone. She got married and she carried on. And me, I wrote down the words to this song to help me through the night. My mother's living in her house all alone. The graveyard's got a few new stones. Well, time is a thief and man, your life is on loan. So if you're wondering why I came back to Ohio, well, I left it fast, but then I came back slow. There was a great big world I needed to know before I came back to Ohio. I came back to Ohio. I left it fast, but then I came back slow. There was a great big world I thought I needed to know before I came back to Ohio. All right, Ohio from my 2000, when would that record come out? 2003, Table for One album. Do you think that someday on one of these shows that you could bring in the guest, like the old bandmate Jenny, like an old bandmate or Jenny? Yes, we will. Absolutely. That is going to happen. Jenny and I have decided a couple of things. I was telling you about the AstroTurf record. That gets released, I think, it will be on all streaming platforms the last Friday of April. So keep your eyes open for that. AstroTurf, and then probably a month or so beyond that will be her album Red Letter Day, which was recorded in 2003 and never released. So that will also see the light of day. We're very excited for that. And Jenny and I, maybe about a month ago, maybe not even that long ago, we started working on a new project. And it's kind of, we want it to be like the Alison Krauss, Robert Plant record, Raising Sand. We want to do an album like that. And it's just Ornstein Plume is what it's going to be called. And we're just going to do these songs in a minor key and just not a duet record. It is going to be just, a harmony through the entire song. Tight harmonies through the entire song. Fun stuff like Ramblin' Man by Hank Williams, and just really dark songs like that. Maybe Way Over Yonder in a Minor Key by Billy Bragg and Wilco. Stuff like that. But anyway, let me see. Where was I? There was something else I wanted to do. Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate that. And of course, that record will be produced by the lovely, the talented, the leggy Merrick David. He's going to produce that record. Merrick, I'm going to send you a message, actually, and some songs and stuff that we're looking at. This is probably a year and a half, 2 years down the road, but yeah, it'll be fun for sure. To be sure. He's got nothing to lose. I get them here come November blues. When bare feet slip into shoes, it's goodbye summer. When the temperature starts to fall, I'm wishing I could make time crawl. But it doesn't make a difference at all. Goodbye summer. Said it's goodbye summer. What'll I do now? Goodbye summer. I'll be here when you come back to town. When you come back to town. November winds off Lake Michigan, shooting star and make a wish again. For all the things that might could have been, it's goodbye summer. And it's goodbye summer. What'll I do now? Goodbye summer. I'll be here when you come back to town. When you come back to town. That's right. Remember you walking out of the mist in the morning sun after summer solstice. And I never thought we would end up like this. Goodbye summer. It's goodbye summer. What'll I do now? Goodbye summer. I'll be here when you come. Summer, what'll I do now? Goodbye summer. I'll be here when you come back to town. When you come back to town. That's right. Come back to town. When you come back to town. Doreen. Hello, summer, goodbye, spring. I'm writing that song right now, man. I'm looking for a rhyme. I'm in the middle of writing that song right now, Ken. So I'm looking for a rhyme for fucking snow. So if I can get that together, then we're going to be on our way. Yesterday, plus 19, I think, here. And today, about plus 2 and potential snow. But I think that's kind of happening everywhere right now, across the country. Crazy weather. Okay, Doreen would like to hear the folk version of Rattle the Cage. Any chance of... I don't know. That's a good question. Hadn't thought of that. Hadn't thought of that at all. But there is certainly a chance of that song making an appearance now. If a woman loves you, then yes, you do. But there ain't no telling what she might do. She could break your heart, but in a glance. She's gonna tear you apart if given a chance. She's gonna rattle the cage. She's gonna rattle your cage. She got a heart of stone, she'll be the first to say, you don't have to live alone to be this way. But you're caught up in the thrill of it all. So if love is blind, then you won't see the fall. She's gonna rattle your cage. She's gonna rattle your cage. She's gonna rattle the cage. Rattle the cage. You got your coffee stains here on the page, emotional strains and tears of rage. But you can't be helped if you won't admit. So now don't you point fingers if the shoe fits. She's gonna rattle your cage. Rattle the cage. She's gonna rattle your cage. Rattle the cage. Ooh, rattle the baby. Well, you're beaten and bruised, we've all got scars. It doesn't matter where you've been, 'cause here's where you are. You're at a fork in the road, no signs, no maps, and your words corrode the beaten path. Yeah, your words corrode the beaten path. Yeah, your words corrode the beaten path. I'm gonna rattle the cage. Rattle your cage. I'm gonna rattle your cage. Rattle the cage. Thanks for asking for that song, Doreen. I wish I'd stumbled onto that version of that song years ago, because there's been many a show where that song has been requested, especially when I'm doing solo stuff, and it just never quite worked. It would have to be a very particular, specific spot within a show for it to work, with me just banging away on the acoustic without the guys behind me. But if I had this version in my back pocket, man, it would have been to the toppermost of poppermost. But anyway. Okay. I'm going this way. Blow. The hearts still yearn to be together, but we both know that when the moon is full and the stars align, a shot in the dark. Won't need a poet to explain what's in my heart. And we'll never be younger than we are today. Baby, hey, younger than we are today. Hey, hey, now, hey, baby, hey, younger than we are today. Look out! Baby, hey, younger than we are today. That's right. Baby, hey, younger than we are today. Will this flicker turn to a flame, or just a shot in the door? Won't need a poet to explain what's in my heart. The pages turn, years they flow, hearts still yearn to be together. And we'll never be younger than we are today. Baby, hey, younger than we are today. Hey, hey, now hey, baby, hey, younger than we are today. All right, I'm writing Eldorado in the 1215 on the back of a 20. Well, all right, that's music to my ears, Nick. Let's see if I can do that. Actually, there's another song I want to play first, and then I'll get right to that one. Have you seen me lately? Have you seen me lately on the town? Have you heard me lately? Have you heard me lately make a sound? Wanted you to believe me, wanted you to believe me, but you refused. Said you could leave me, said you could leave me, but I refuse to believe. And I don't wanna think, and I don't wanna sink below, 'cause I just wanna drink myself into oblivion. I said, what was it that I said that made you run? Alcohol in my head, alcohol in my head, oblivion, sweet oblivion. I don't wanna think, and I don't wanna sink below, 'cause I just wanna drink myself into oblivion. What was it that I said? What was it that I said? Yeah, something's not making sense. Something's not making any sense. Oh, oblivion. Have you seen me lately? Have you seen me lately on the town? Have you heard me lately? Have you heard me lately make a sound? If you be my baby, if you be my baby, I'll be your clown. I'll be your clown like I done before. 'Cause I don't wanna think, and I don't wanna sink below. 'Cause I just wanna drink myself into oblivion. Sink below, 'cause I just wanna drink myself to oblivion, to oblivion, to oblivion. Oblivion. All right. Nick Higginbotham. All right. Here's a little Eldorado for the kids today. Haven't played this song in a while either, but let's see if I remember what key I played it in. I know what key I recorded it in because I recorded it in the same key as all my songs, G. But I think I've slid this down to E for the solo performances. Well, she bought herself a ticket for a midnight train. Yeah, she's waiting in the station by the pinball machine. A beat-up suitcase holds her favorite thing. The only thing I left behind is a diamond ring. Yeah, the life she been leading only bringing her down. Oh, the 12:15 gonna cover some ground. I say the 12:15 gonna cover some ground, yeah. He filled up a car with a gasoline, a pack of cigarettes and wiped that windshield clean. It was an ocean of emotion swirling around in his brain. Parked out on the highway for some passing terrain. The life he been leading been bringing him down, but he hit her out, I'm gonna cover some ground. His roots are here, but that don't slow him down. He hit her out, oh, she gonna cover some. Hit her out, I'm gonna cover some ground. He hit her out, I'm gonna cover some ground. Wow, she been leaving him, he was leaving her. Who left to first? Ain't no one know for sure. They gonna cover some. Hit her out, I'm gonna cover some ground. He hit her out, I'm gonna cover some ground. Yeah. Cover some ground. Yeah, I'm gonna cover some ground, yeah. Well, he's at a filling station on a public phone. While now the answering machine says, oh, we're not home. Why won't you please leave a message right on after the tone? I said before, now mister, we ain't home. She's thinking about doing the same thing too. She gets to St. Louis, she just might do it. Just might do it when she get to St. Louis. Just might do it. Oh, when you get to St. Louis, child. Well, it feels when the sun come around. gonna take her on back to a northern town. Well, if he stayed out all night, hell, he'd never even know. I could be waiting for him when he walks through that door. Well, ain't it funny how the great minds sing alike now? Now fools seldom differ, come by and by. The sun rose mirror shows he's wearing a frown. Now point the Eldorado to a northern Eldorado to a northern town. Eldorado to a northern town. Yeah, point the Eldorado to a northern town. Eldorado to a northern town. Yeah. The 12:15. Eldorado, oh, and the 12:15. Eldorado, oh, and the 12:15. It kinda make them feel mean. That's right. Eldo. That was a fun one. Thanks for asking for that song, Nick. Appreciate it very much. If Fins Were Wings. Well, that's the same kind of song. Eldorado, it was played in E major, but If Fins would be in E minor. So, let's see. I have time for a couple more songs here today. So on Wednesday, which will be episode 5 of Something Wednesday This Way Comes, I am going to do everything in my power to be able to pull that show off. So it's going to be either, I'm not really sure where I'm going to be, because we're moving out of the house tomorrow, and then there's probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is just going to be a lot of moving the last of the stuff out of the house here and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. So I will keep you abreast of the situation as it unfolds, but hopefully Wednesday night pans out. It should. I'll probably get a lot done on Tuesday and Wednesday during the day, so more than likely. But yeah, so Wednesday, Something Wednesday This Way Comes will be episode 5, and from a new, it'll be a road game. Yeah, this is the last show here, gang. This is the last hurrah. So, and that's okay. It's been a lot of fun. It's far from over. It's just we're moving to a new environment. So it'll take some time to sort of get it set up and dialed in just the way I like it. We're going to be in an Airbnb, so I probably won't be able to be wailing at the top of my lungs and at the top of my harmonica skills as well, because I don't need to annoy all the neighbors. So we shall see how that, it might just be spoken word with Mike for the next couple months here. We shall see. All right? But anyway. Feels like it's time for a change. When you feel the ground rumbling, then yonder come a train. There's a hard rain a-coming, Lord, gonna wash away the pain. Feels like it's time for a change. I've been walking around the streets of this town, looking for something not easily found. You gotta feel right in your own skin. Real change, but it comes from within. It feels like it's time for a change. It feels like it's time for a change. When you feel the ground rumbling, well then yonder come a train. There's a hard rain a-coming, Lord, to wash away the pain. me to say who's wrong. It's all I can do just to get along. You gotta feel responsibility on the shoulders of you and the shoulders of me. Feels like it's time for a change. Feels like it's time for a change. When you feel the ground rumbling, well then yonder come a train. There's a hurry coming, oh, wash away the pain. Feels like it's time for a change. Oh, time for a change. Ra-da-da-da. All right. Greetings from Nashville, buddy. Oh. Hey, look who it is. It's my old buddy. What's going on, man? Paul, how you? What the hell's your name there? Okay. That's very funny. I was going to send you a message a couple of weeks ago with that very statement there, Paul. Nice to see you. Okay. You must have read my mind. I have been reading your mail, Sue. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Okay, time for a couple more songs here. What do you think? What shall I play? Okay. Way down yonder is a little piece of land where the water washes up against the sand. And I said, babe, that's what I'm talking about. When the world gets crazy now from time to time, me and my baby, we come here to unwind. And I said, oh, babe, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's me and my baby, baby, me and you. It's me and my baby beneath the sky so blue. We got diamonds on the sand, diamonds on the ocean, the smell of salt water and suntan lotion. When that big red sun goes sinking into the sea, baby, slide on over right on nice and close to me. And I said, babe, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Do-do, you-do-do. I said, babe, that's what I'm talking about. I said, me and my baby, baby, me and you. Well, it's me and my baby beneath the sky so blue. We got diamonds on the sand, diamonds on the ocean, the smell of salt water and suntan lotion. So way down yonder is a little piece of land where the water washes up against the sand. I said, babe, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I said, babe, that's what I'm talking about. dance in the rain, I'll find us a cloud. Or maybe somewhere they don't know your name, I'll find us a crowd. You just throw it out there, there's nothing to out there. You wanna get into the show? Well, I know a guy. Or maybe we go watch the sun sinking low. Well, I know a sky as blue as all get out. Maybe we should get out of here. I am waiting on you to give me the green light. Yeah, I said anything you want, baby, say the word. We'll get high, or we'll lay low, or we'll make up what we don't know. Yeah, like two stones, we could roll home, we could rock all night. And if you need a little breeze to fly your kite, and if your Sunday needs a cherry, I'm your huckleberry. If you're needing a spark in the dark, let me be the match. And if you're looking to lock up your heart, baby, let me be the latch. Well, it don't matter where we go, I'm gonna be right. There's a million things that we could do to pass the time. Ooh, yeah. I said anything you want, baby, say the word. We'll get high, or we'll lay low, or we'll make up what we don't know. Yeah, like two stones, we could roll home, we could rock all night. And if you need a little breeze to fly your kite, and if your Sunday needs a cherry, I'm your huckleberry. If your Sunday needs a cherry, I'm your huckleberry. I'm your huckleberry. Yeah. Here I am waiting on you to give me the green light. Ooh, yeah. I said anything you want, baby, say the word, and we'll get high, or we'll lay low, or we'll make up what we don't know. Well, like two stones, we can roll home, we can rock all night. And if you need a little breeze to fly your kite, and if your Sunday needs a cherry, I'm your huckleberry. If your Sunday needs a cherry, I'm your huckleberry. If your Sunday needs a cherry, I'm your huckleberry. I'm your huckleberry. I'm your huckleberry. Yes, indeed. I'm your huckleberry. That's from my most recent album, Lonesome Stretch of Highway. First song, second song on the album, first single, I believe, as well. But yes, I'm your huckleberry. Written with my buddies Trevor Rosen and Matt Ramsey. And yeah, do a couple more songs here for you guys. Well, the future ain't what it used to be. At least that's what I've been told. At the end of the day, what lies beyond, well, I guess God only knows. You can't predict the future or change the past. There's water halfway up the glass. Hey, buddy, that's just the way it goes. Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. Lighten up, buddy, while now is in your grasp. You can rest assured, for sure, for today will soon slip past. Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. There was a time as a younger man I felt older than today. I had the picture, perfect plan, and then it all just slipped away. paid no mind as the years went by. I didn't have much, but I was rich in time. Hey, buddy, what else can you say? Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. Lighten up, buddy, while now is in your grasp. You can rest assured, for sure, for today will soon slip past. Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. One day the time will come that my time will come to pass. Lower me down with the setting sun is all I really ask. Where you stand I once stood, I wouldn't change a thing even if I could. 'Cause life is funny, but we don't always laugh. Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. Lighten up, buddy, while now is in your grasp. You can rest assured, for sure, for today will soon slip past. Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. You can rest assured, for sure, for today will soon slip past. Life is funny, but we don't always laugh. Harmonica do I have? I have my G harp here. Good. Couple more songs here, guys. A little longer today, I guess, the show, and that's okay with me. I used to be a drinking kind, but drinking never was a friend of mine. The words she whispered never did ring true. She'd leave me by the side of the road in the middle of the night in the freezing cold. Again in the morning we would start anew. But if that was now and this was then, I'd still do it all over again. Here's to the sweet passing of time. Well, I've always loved the sound of my guitar in another town. Late night coffee has its late night charm. A little something in a coffee cup, a little something just to pick you up, and a little something in a stranger's arms. If that was now and this was then, I'd still do it all over again. So here's to the sweet passing of time. As the years go drifting by in the cliched blink of an eye, where would you be if not for that one turn? If I could talk to the younger me, so many things I would ask him to see, like how wins and losses are lessons learned. And if that was now and this was then, I'd still do it all over again. So here's to the sweet passing of time. that was now and this was then, I'd do it all over again. So here's to the sweet passing of time. Here's to the sweet passing of time. Sweet passing of time. Thanks for these shows. Thank you, Jody. I do appreciate it. Oh, look who it is. It's the lovely Jenny O. This next song is brought to you by...
Free Starbucks today.
Free Starbucks today.
Their machine was down.
Wow. There you go. So their ATM machine, their bank machine is down over at the old Starbucks in Capilano. So they're giving away coffee for free. So haul ass over there right now. I don't care where you are. Jerry, out there in Skadook, make your way out here to Edmonton, get yourself a cup of coffee. Okay. Yes, this has been a lot of fun. And in the middle of that song, I started thinking of... I really like that song. Those last two songs, actually. Life is Funny and The Sweet Passing of Time. I don't know how long. I was saying last week, I think I'll my 53rd birthday is coming up at the end of May, and so I'm halfway to 106. So I'm hoping. I'm certainly on the back nine, and I'm hoping that I am merely just teeing off on the 10th hole right now, and not walking up to the 18th green. But I think those two songs, Life is Funny and The Sweet Passing of Time, I just feel like they need to be in every show I do. They just, and there is certainly a particular place for those songs too, towards the end of the show, and I quite like them. And yes, on that note, I have time for I think one more song. So thank you very much for tuning in over the last 31 episodes. I'll be here next week. Don't you worry. I'm still, like I said, still trying to nail down a good. We're gonna get moved into this new place, and then I'll determine exactly how and where I'll be able to do these little shows. But it's gonna happen. I have an idea. The idea came to me in the middle of the last song, and if it pans out, I will tell you next week. I will say, this was the idea that I had. Okay. From the rolling fields of wheat to the busy city streets, there's a feeling and a spirit all our own. True north, strong and free, stand on guard, you and me. From the east to the west, we roam. This is our home. From Norman Wells at the top, all the way to the rock, there's a wind that's always blown. And from down Summerside to the Queen Charlotte Islands, there's a way of life we've always known. This is our home. This is our home. Well, I've seen the northern lights dancing over Yellowknife while standing in the middle of a field. From Pier 21 all the way to Flin Flon, yeah, I gotta cross that Canadian shield. And no one knows winter like we know winter, blowing in off Lake Ontario. And from the Rideau Canal to Bonham Carnival, there's a little place I love and a God knows, with a covered bridge and a swimming hole. This is our home. This is our home. Yeah, from Portage in Maine to Yonge and Queen, and every street corner in between. No matter where you go in this rugged land, there's one thing we all understand. every woman, every child and man. 8:30 Newfoundland, 8:30 Newfoundland. Way up in Peace Country, back east in Kings County, and clear across to Thunder Bay, where Winnipeg feels like forever and hope seems like never, let alone out Campbell River Way. And when you cross the border and you see a caribou on the quarter, then and only then will you be home. You see, I've driven from the Peg to the Chup, and Yankees call us Canucks, but together we'll never stand alone. Yeah, together we'll never stand alone. I said forever, the maple leaf will be flown. This is our home. This is our home. Tar Sands and Fort Mac, Parley Beach and Shediac, hey, and down in the Shuswap too. Well, I've seen midnight feel like high noon, from the Dome all the way down to Saskatoon. Well, there's Confederation Bridge, and there's Butternut Ridge, and there's Sudbury in the Sioux. Well, I've lived in the Lakeland, I've been to the Badlands, head smashed in Buffalo Jump too. And I've been snowed in for days on the Trans-Canada Highway, and that was in the month of June. Steve Hassenplug, good luck with the move. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'll be tuning in on Wednesday. Something will be happening there. Whether it's just me sitting in a park singing into my phone, I'm not sure yet. But I've got some ideas. Like I said, that sort of bubbled up a couple songs ago. Also, today is April 18th. So I'd like to wish my dad, Paul Plume, a happy birthday. Yeah. Been a long time. It's been about 3 years since we last crossed paths. 2018, September 2018 would have been the last time he and I crossed paths. And I look forward to running into him again. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Steve, Michelle and Bob, Doreen, Paul. Paul from down there in Nashville, my old buddy Paul. Nice to see you. Yari as well. And, yeah. Do take care of yourselves. And I will see you all before you know it, all right? So have yourselves a great week. Take care of yourselves and of each other. And, yeah, this has been so much fun. And Chapter 2 starts here very soon. So take care, guys. See you around.